Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen podcast, a special one, a Christmassy one, and a New Year'sy one. Say hello, Zin.
Hello, Zin.
So we are going to be talking about a few things today. I've coerced Zin into doing an additional podcast out of sync with our normal podcasts. Thank you very much, Zin. We'd all like to thank you for this, gracing us with your presence. So today I wanted to talk about a $48,000 Legatus super pack that's apparently out for Star Citizen, if you have such monies. Our time covering Star Citizen, and the direction of the game now. So just some thoughts on that. Zin.
Yeah.
$48,000 game package. I say game package, ship pack. Now, I haven't actually seen the package itself personally. I can't see it on my account. I think you've got to be a super backer or something to see it.
Mm.
Now, I looked at what other people were saying were in the contents and everything, and it's most ships in the game. It's not all of them. It's not all of them.
I was reading what it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
Obviously, again, don't really have any way of proving this.
Well, there's other people posting about it and talking about it online.
Yeah.
So
it says it includes everything to that year.
Yes.
Including concepts, flyable, hull limited.
So it's got things like the Idris M in it, it's got the Scythe in it.
All ships have lifetime insurance.
Yep, this makes sense.
Although it says except the AMD and Intel ones, they believe.
So I don't think it comes with the Intel Sabre Raven or the AMD Mustang Omega.
Right.
As far as I'm aware. And I believe it doesn't come with the Pirate Caterpillar and Pirate Gladius.
Because they're ones you would have to do stuff to get.
Yes, they're unlockable. Unlockable to purchase it. I'm not sure if the actual package comes with an F8, but when you're at that concierge level, once you've purchased that, or if you are at a concierge level to buy it, you probably already have the F8. So you'll get it somehow, whether it's before you had the package or when you buy the package. Apparently
also includes paints, hanger flare, clothes, poster models, and the rest.
Yes, so it's a load of promo items. It's going to be most of the stuff they've ever released, basically.
So yeah, basically everything with a few exceptions.
Yeah, with a few little minor exceptions. Now, do you think for $48,000 there should be any minor exceptions, or you should just get everything, full stop, even if it's promo?
I kind of feel like you should, I think you should get everything, personally. I mean there might be, like maybe with the AMD and the Intel stuff, there's stipulations, like literally they can't.
Yes.
Like it was only if you bought a certain product.
That's a good point. Some of them might be promo items and then tied into some sort of contract with, we're only going to give this away with X or the Optane drives or whatever. That said, recently at DreamHack, I think they were giving away some Sabre Ravens, but that was from the Intel booth. So maybe it's Intel are allowed to give them away, but not CIG, as it were.
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that. So I think someone said it was 221 ships total in that package, 160 of which are flyable. Do you ever need that many ships?
I don't think so.
No, I mean, you'd have a pretty big org to be able to make use of all those ships, because it's a load of capital ships as well. It is things like the Javelin, it is things like an Idris P and an Idris M. Like, these are big ships, and it's going to be like, I'd say, maybe 2,000 people. Let's take a number that says maybe between 1,000 and 2,000 people you'd need to be able to man all of those ships fully. That's crazy. That's a lot of people.
Also, I can't be bothered to sit here and do the maths, but is that good value for money? Like, if you were literally wanting to buy every single ship.
I'm going to tell you something now, Zin.
Yeah.
No, it is not good value for money.
Okay.
The fact that you had to go and try and work out. No, of course it's not. It's $48,000 for a pack. No, I don't care. I don't care. No. Is it actually? Are you making a saving if you bought all the ships?
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about is it worth the money. I'm saying if you were willing to spend all the money to get all the ships,
are you making some savings?
Are you actually making some savings, or would it be cheaper to buy them all separately? Obviously, there's probably things that you can't buy, like maybe they're just not for sale currently. I don't know. I'm
going to say something, Zin. Again, it's never worth the money.
No, I know. It's a hypothetical question.
Yeah, well, I'll answer it, even though it's hypothetical. So, yeah, I see what you mean. Almost certainly, if you... I mean, there's as you said, there's some ships there that aren't really on sale, like the Idris M. And you've got to remember that ships have gone up in price as well over time. So it's...
And it is more than just ships as well. It's like everything. Everything!
I'm pretty sure it will work out that if you bought everything new now and gave everything an actual value, that you would be saving money. But if you had bought the stuff earlier, you'd be spending a lot more money.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Than otherwise. You can see how amazingly researched here we are on the Star Citizen BoredGamer podcast. And by just going, I can't be bothered to do the math. It's probably this.
I'm sure there's probably
someone else said this.
There's probably some nice person out there who has already created or compiled a spreadsheet with all the ships that have ever been sold and stuff and their prices and stuff like that.
Well, I couldn't see it while I literally unlocked my mouse wheel and spun through Reddit. I couldn't see one. But yeah, so I just wanted to sort of really briefly talk about that. And do you think that it's too much money for anyone?
It is. I would like to know if anybody does actually buy this game package.
Of course there will be. Of course there will be people. There will be people that spent more money than that already that want to consolidate it into that package. Some of that will be for orgs, like it will be like someone effectively taking all of the org money and buying ships for everyone, that sort of stuff. There'll be some people that are incredibly rich. There'll be obviously disposable income, and that sort of stuff is vastly different between people and countries and stuff like that. So there definitely going to be some people. But please tell us in the comments if you bought one. We're not going to shame you or anything. I mean, good effort for supporting the game. It's just, even if I was a multi-millionaire, I would...
Oh, you would?
I would not buy that. I couldn't justify it. And you know how thrifty I am.
Yeah, but you're also not a multi-millionaire.
That is also true. Except according to some websites, I am worth over £1 million. I mean, I just want to briefly mention that Zin's partner did a Google search for me and brought up a YouTube page about me and my YouTube channel, which is nothing about me on my YouTube channel.
Just a quick disclaimer. It wasn't a YouTube page. It was a page about YouTubers.
Yes, it was like more about them. So it had my YouTube stats on it, which appeared to be scraped. But then it was like, I live in the US and I'm 45 years old, apparently. And I've got a 35-year-old partner that also plays stuff on YouTube. I go, oh, do I? That's exciting. I never knew. And I've covered stuff like the Citizen Con. And I've got interesting catchphrases such as engines on. And there's always a bigger ship. Like, I was like, what? So it's really weird. It's as if someone has written a entirely fake page about me or used it about a different YouTuber, but I don't know. It's just surreal.
Sorry, just quickly, there's a comment on that Reddit post. It says, I saw it gives you every purchasable item in game, but that's still a ridiculous price. If I'm paying close to 50k, I want shares in the company so I can cash in dividends. I want to be part of a circle of game testers who can test features and have some say in the game. And I want Chris Roberts to give me a foot rub at least once a year.
Yeah, I mean, fair for most of that. Basically, if you're looking to spend $50,000, more if you're in the UK because it's 20% VAT. So there's another
10 grand.
No, another 10k, another 9. Yeah, another 10k added onto it, pretty much. Oh my god. It's so expensive. And yeah, I mean, if you've got the money, good on you. And if it's something you want to do, awesome. It's just, I don't know. Literally, I have a thrift organ in my body, which feels pain when money is spent. And that it's going in overdrive here. Yeah, it's incredibly expensive.
Another comment as well. Sorry, my comment, not Reddit comment. Do they do the same thing Steam does? You know, when Steam has game packages, but if you own some of the stuff already, you get money off.
No, you do not. You just get it again. Yeah, that would be really horrible in Star Citizen if they went, oh, you've got these ships already, so we're not going to give them to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sad now. But yeah, just a very expensive package. I don't think people should be buying anything more than a starter pack, or maybe upgrading that starter pack to the ship of their dreams and then play Star Citizen with that, because you'll be getting loads of stuff in game. If you're like worried that you're not going to get the ship of your dreams by playing Star Citizen, well, then you're not playing it enough. You're not going to be enjoying it enough anyway. That's sort of my theory. Like, you're going to be playing the game, you might as well be enjoying the grind to get to where you want to get to. Yep, people, I'm not your dad. Spend your money how you want, and good on you if you bought one. I think it's ridiculously expensive. It's just maddening. Any thoughts on that, Sin, beyond that?
No, flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted, a word that's never been used on the podcast before. So, our time covering Star Citizen, and I get questions about this all the time, more about your time covering Star Citizen. So, what are your thoughts on 2023 as a general year for development and Star Citizen's progress? Do you think it was good, bad, indifferent?
I think it was good.
Yeah, obviously the first half of the year was terrible, but the rest of the year, where they've got to now, is pretty good. They
have properly redeemed themselves, as the financials show.
Yes, so we haven't been, at time of recording, we haven't been given the CIG financials. They haven't released them, but the year's financials, as in the amount of funding they made during the year, they've broken the last year's record. They're now at their highest amount of funding ever, over 114 million at the moment, I think. I'm thinking they're going to hit 120 million by the end of the year, and potentially make even more the next year.
And weren't they down the first part of the year?
Yeah, but only by a few million. People seem to go, oh, but it was a big deal because it was the first time, month on month for ages, they'd been down. But yes, they were down a bit, and now they're riding high again. But 2023, pretty good. The 3.22 patch at the end of the year seems pretty good, pretty stable. They are putting hotfixes in. Those hotfixes or mini patches have done some short-term wiping on the database, which surprised people. So that's the very quick question. So people that sort of have put orders in for getting their materials refined, or have bought ships in-game but haven't stored them properly, and there's a mini patch which they're not expecting, which wipes the short-term database. So anything that's unstowed, anything that hasn't been properly stored, anything like those resources that you had mining jobs in for, they get wiped. Do you think there should have been an announcement somewhere, or do you think it's an alpha, just go plow on with progress?
I mean, yeah, it's an alpha, and you should expect, well, not expect, because this is kind of unprecedented, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, maybe not unprecedented, but certainly sudden, unexpected.
But at the same time, if Cloud Imperium can give a warning, that would be nice.
Yes.
Why not?
When it's sort of hot fixes and that sort of stuff,
yeah,
I think they want to just try and get it out as quick as possible. So yeah, it's an annoying one. I know that some people were annoyed. Zin.
Yeah.
I don't know how long you've been working for me now. I'm playing Star Citizen 4, being sort of contractually obliged to play Star Citizen 4. So what are your thoughts in general on Star Citizen now? From where you started on it, before you started working for me, to now? Were you very skeptical before and sort of scam game, and now much more positive? Or has it... talk to me about your journey.
My journey?
Yeah.
So obviously before I started, I was quite skeptical. I hadn't really played Star Citizen at all.
So skeptical in what area? Sort of they're able to do the game they want to do.
I was very influenced by the negative press, as it were. The people saying, oh, it's a scam game, you've got to spend loads of money in order to play it and stuff like that.
By any form of mainstream press then? And then Reddit?
Yeah, and then any memes or anything like that might come up.
Yeah.
But having done videos on it and having experienced various releases, and I do think they've come a very long way in I've been working for you for 3 years now, I believe.
That's good. Thanks for telling me.
You're welcome.
Because it's interesting, because your partner obviously is a diehard skeptic on everything, right?
Yeah.
And he will still occasionally sort of have a bit of a laugh about Star Citizen, which I think that people should be able to laugh about things they love, right? You should be able to take the criticism and laugh about it or whatever. Star Citizen does not require us to defend it. It is going to speak for itself, and I enjoy it, whatever. But he'll make some jokes or show us some memes or whatever. And you'll defend Star Citizen now in a way that, not sort of white knighty, but just go, well, actually, that's not accurate or true, or they've actually come quite a long way, or it's actually pretty good now, or whatever.
One of my main things that I'll often say to him is you haven't played it recently, you don't know what it's like.
But he is very excited about his Drake Starkit and Dragonfly.
Yeah.
He really, he just is he does like the ships, and he does like the idea of it, and he's used to be an ardent EVE player. So he's sort of he wants that sort of high risk, high reward PvP gameplay in there as well. I think he's going to really enjoy it once it's done, once it's a bit more complete. But I don't think it's there yet. But yeah, I love the fact you've become more softened on Star Citizen and actually enjoy it when we play it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still critical and I'm still skeptical, but it's not in a way of, oh, it's going to fail. It's more of a, I don't think they're going to hit this like, I want to say lamppost, that's not...
They want to hit this milestone?
Yeah, that's sort of thing.
They want to hit this lamppost.
Like, we're aiming to release this by this time. Like I didn't think we would have 3.22 live by the end of the year. No.
And I thought if we did have it live by the end of the year, because I thought it was a strong possibility we would, I thought it would be a lot worse than it is, as in bug-wise. But they are putting in hotfixes and stuff because there are problems with, like, or at least were problems with performance in certain areas and a bit of stability. But they're fixing that. They're playing through it. I'm glad you're enjoying your Star Citizen journey.
Sometimes.
To a degree. Well, no, I mean, yeah, I think some people don't realise that obviously we'll be doing a video, we'll be planning a video, and I asked Zin to edit it and maybe get footage. So she has to go out and get footage, or I have to go out and get footage, and we're trying to get certain shots, or we're trying to get just something. So it can be not particularly enjoyable if the game's crashy or buggy or we can't get what we want.
I find that the game is worse when I'm trying to actually get footage of a specific thing.
Because you can't do a workaround if you're trying for something specific, right? You're not just trying to get general gameplay or trying to do something in sort of, I'm playing the game. When you're playing the game and enjoying it, or just like, I'm playing it for me, or we're doing something in Arena Commander, a lot easier to just immerse yourself, genuinely have a lot of enjoyment there, because there's no stress. There's no stress, or there's no sort of time pressure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird one doing Star Citizen as a hobby and as a job, effectively. Because there are times where it's sort of like, oh, I don't want to play Star Citizen because I cannot be bothered to try and get another shot of this village, which gives me 1 frame a second, and my ship crashes in the floor, and I'm dead 30 seconds ago, and I don't even know it. Like, it's So yeah, some of the problems with the settlements and stuff were pretty aggravating, especially if you want a pretty shot, because you're taking screenshots while you're flying over. If you're lucky. But direction of the game now, Zin.
Yeah.
Are you excited for 2024? Or do you think it's going to be best year yet?
Yeah, I kind of feel like it is.
Oh, that's super positive, Zin.
Isn't it?
Yeah, Zin very much a realist.
We're probably quite likely going to get Pyro. Finally.
The summer of love and Pyro. So yes, hopefully 4.0 and Pyro by end of September would be my hope. That's what Cloud Imperium said, roughly summer. There's a load of features coming in over the next 12 months. Hopefully base building by the end of the year. Potentially a Squadron 42 release or release date. Either's fine with me, to be honest. And just a ton of features that Cloud Imperium have been talking about. But it's loads of those Squadron 42 improvements, as well as master modes. So that new flight and combat model, engineering, and the resource management system. Just tons and tons and tons of core features. It's going to be a huge year. I'm glad you're excited about it as well, Zin, because that means it's much more likely to actually happen.
Excited is a bit of a strong word.
What? Okay,
I'm not excited, but I am positive.
Positive?
Yes.
Zin's only ever been excited twice in her life. Both times she's been disappointed. Oh, man, but they changed Cadbury's chocolate and the sugar tax. Oh, the worst.
Oh, man.
Worst things ever. But I don't know why I've gone off on a weird tangent. Do you think the project could still fail? And by the project, I mean CIG as a company. I mean Star Citizen as a MMO, and Squadron 42 episodes 1, 2, and 3.
No. I think they would have to very badly manage their finances consistently, and I don't think they're going to do that.
Okay. They continue to expand CIG while the rest of the industry contracts and gets eaten up by other companies and fires loads of staff. CIG are hiring more and more, which is so weird in the current landscape.
And again, I would think that if they thought for some reason that their expansion was dangerous, then they would probably just like pull back on it a bit, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they say in their financial sort of reports this year about their continued expansion next year. It's so weird. So with Star Citizen finance and its development and its expansion, it's made like over $700 million or whatever now, if you work it out from all sources. I need to actually look at it, and we'll look at it in more detail once we have those financials out, because we can see sort of how much they made from subscriptions and other sources as well. But the money they're making is peanuts compared to Blizzard, World of Warcraft, some mobile games, yeah? But it's a huge amount of money if you consider it as a game development, yeah? Their first game's development, the amount of money they've raised for that without a full-on, fully-fledged product. And they're funding that with ship sales, not even Squadron 42 sales anymore, because Squadron 42 is currently unavailable to buy. But I think it's just weird that people sort of like go, oh, they've made so much money. And I go, well, they're not like one of these other companies, like one of these mobile game companies, or it's not like Blizzard or anything, that they're making a ridiculous amount of money each year. It is all going into the development of the game, or almost entirely. You could argue that Chris Roberts' wage packet isn't part of the game, but it is. I mean, he's the company owner for a reason, and those top-level devs, at least most of them, deserve to be where they are and get paid accordingly. Fight me 1v1 mid. But I don't think the project... There's a tiny possibility the project could fail because of a variety of random things, including us getting attacked by aliens, some sort of global catastrophe, something like that. But I think that it's not that it's too big to fail, it's that it's, I think, too stable to fail now. I'd
also like to think that once we have the successful release of Squadron 42 and whatever episodes that go with that...
So they're planning to do another additional 2 AAA games in addition to Squadron 42, which is codenamed effectively Episode 2 and Episode 3. That's the best way of looking at it.
But I'd like to think that after they've done that, they will still continue to try and make more games, perhaps in the Star Citizen universe, perhaps in a completely new universe.
Yep. See how far they can push their engine. Will they need to develop another engine? Hopefully not, because it will take 15 plus years. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Someone asked me the other day, one of the ex-CIG devs actually, do I think they'll license out the StarEngine? And I said, maybe. Like, they're not going to close the door on that, right? But it's too early to tell, because the StarEngine is very much not finished yet, even though it looked very good at CitizenCon. But yeah, I don't think it could fail either. But other people are allowed to have different opinions from us. And please share your opinion in the comments below. This was just a quick little podcast to tide you through until the new year. Zin very much now on her Christmas holidays and New Year's holidays.
Well, when this is released, I will be.
Yeah. And I think we'll be back in full swing first week of January. Don't know when CIG will be back in full swing, probably mid-January. But looking forward to 2024. They are lightweights, taking time off. I work 7 days a week sometimes. Yeah, that's how dedicated I am to playing computer games. But yes, thank you very much for watching. It's been a fantastic year for the channel and for Star Citizen. Thank you very much for supporting us. Thank you very much for those of you who have become channel members. Thank you very much for those of you who have donated. I'm sorry that I'm not streaming regularly at the moment. I need to get my internet fixed.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the time of release for this, the internet will be fixed or looking like it's going to be fixed. But there's so many problems with it at the moment, and it keeps on dropping. Really, really annoying. Hope you have a great 2023 end of and start of 2024. And if you want to further support the channel, please do with the join button under my videos, or donating, or becoming a Patreon, or whatever. And for everyone that supported the channel over the last 12 months and beyond that, and any mods, and Zinnia, and your partner as well, DC, who helps me with my emails and my website and stuff.
IT support.
He is a lot of things to us. And Huntress, thank you very much, Huntress. There's loads of other people as well. Jay Bird, just tons of people. I'm sorry if I haven't mentioned your name, because there's so many, and I love you all. But happy 2023. See you later. Thanks for watching. Say goodbye, Zin.
Goodbye, Zin.
Ho, ho, ho. It's me, Father Nordmus. That's right, it's that time again to see who's on my naughty list for who doesn't have a VPN. No, that's Northern Claus! Grass from Northern Claus, Timmy. You should be scared of not having a VPN. As you know, Father Nordmus punishes all that disobey him. It's the perfect Nordmus present, Timmy. There's no excuse. I can see all of your website history, and I'm going to sell all of your data, Tim.
NordVPN helps protect your online activity, gives you greater accessibility to the content you want by changing your location, and much, much more. Go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer before Das Northern Claus finds you. Do you like using your eye holes for extra immersion in Star Citizen and help aim and do some cool stuff? Well, you can with Tobii Eye Tracker 5, which is on sale at the moment. This gives you native high-precision head and eye tracking in Star Citizen. Very cool for general immersion, for combat both in ship or on foot. They are absolutely fantastic pieces of kit, and both Zin and I have one. Use the links below to grab one or to find out more. Every month we have a Star Citizen ship giveaway. For December, we are giving away a Drake Corsair. It's the winner of the 2953 Ship Showdown and one of the stars of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. This fantastic multi-role, multi-crew, long-range mission runner can do a bit of everything in-game, and it has a penchant for exploration. Just comment on any of my videos during December to be in for a chance of winning that. There are further details in the description below. A big thank you to everyone that goes the extra mile in supporting the channel via Patreon or the join button under my videos and becoming a channel member. It will net you some exclusive content from Zin and I, but also it really does help us to be able to create daily Star Citizen content, as does sharing these videos and commenting. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the verse.